Hello, welcome back to MTG Arena here. So, the latest set is out now on MTG Arena. Core 2020 is going to be available and will be the packs that we'll be winning each week, basically. But there's been a few changes, and I'm looking to definitely get into it myself. However, I'm not going to be spending the gems in order to unlock the mastery. Obviously, because I don't want to spend real money, and so it's going to be quite a grind to get things back. So we've got a few packs to open up, so let's start off this episode with that. Let's open a couple of the War of the Spark ones. Let's see if we get anything good. Sark and the Masterless, that's been fantastic. Yet another rare as well, and a Dovin's Vita, Widespread Brutality. Not too bad. Okay, so here are the Core Set 2020 packs. That we've got 7 of them. Let's go to the store and buy 5 more, so we can save 5,000 for an actual. I think it's draft. Yeah. So packs. It is. I want to go packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so. This Friday I will be going to a pre-release as well as this weekend's, and so we'll get a code as well in order to play. So one of the codes to start off with is let's do level up. So this will add XP to our mastery list as well. Let's see. We'll look at the mastery in a moment. Okay. So also play M20 is the other code for the free code, and I've already redeemed mine, and that was part of the packs as well. So once we get those codes, I think there is another a code, maybe it's a pre-release, or maybe it's within the packs themselves as one of those. What should we call it? The buy box. Not the buy box, I guess just opening the packs for the token sleeves. So that's right, or the token cards, ad cards. I think that's what they're called. Okay, so let's go ahead and open Core Set 2020 and see what we have in store for us. Okay, Flame Sweep. That is a fantastic board wipe that's being introduced into standard right now. Fiery Cannonade is the other one. This will be a complete replacement of all those Fiery Cannonades, since obviously you want to save your flyers. So Duress is back in M20, so is Prismite. Ooh, wait, Epicure of Blood is in standard yet again. I do not believe that was spoiled, but I could be wrong. Let's just check here. I actually have not been able to go through every single individual card, so there could be plenty of commons they've reprinted in order to make the set work in a limited environment. Yes, they have. Okay, so let's see our rare. It is the Embodiment of Agony. So this is a 3 mana, 1 black. Flying Death Touch Demon. That starts off. It's a 0/0, so it can be searched up with power 1 or less. Those things that matter, or like a Militia Bugler can find this since it's power 2 or less. But when Embodiment of Agonies enters the battlefield, it enters with +1/+1 counters for each different mana cost among non-land cards in your graveyard. For example, not converted mana cost, different mana costs. So this is 3 here. Black, 2 and black is 3, and also 1 and 2 black is 3. That's converted mana cost of 3. But because they require different kinds of mana to pay, those are different mana costs. So that's going to be interesting. Next pack here, Manifold Key. So I want to make the artifact deck really work, and I think this is going to be the key to it. We got Chandra Spitfire, so it's another elemental that gets bigger whenever we do non-combat damage. So basically, we just throw burn cards in the opponent's face, then this will get bigger. Befuddle's been reprinted. Loverkin Brawler is a new card. So as long as you have plenty of elementals, this automatically attacks as a 3/4. Angelic Gift is a reprint, drawing and flying. That's really good. Fortress Crab, and Let's All Rare is Drawn from Dreams. Look at the top 7 cards from your library, put 2 of them in your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library in the random order. So this is reminiscent of Dig Through Time here. Dig Through Time is an 8 mana card that you can delve, and costs 2 blue and 8, I think, or 2 blue and 6. So I think, and then 2 blue and 6. You does the same effect, exactly the same effect, but it's sorcerer speed, whereas Dig Through Time was instant speed. So next pack here. Okay, Overgrowth Elemental is extremely powerful. Great limited card, and I think it could be standard constructed playable in an elemental shell, because this buffs another elemental creature when it enters the battlefield, and a 3/2 for 2. That's insane. When another creature dies, if it's an elemental, then you can obviously put a counter on it, and it just gets bigger. Veil of Summer is, I'm excited for this, and basically any Teferi deck you can also play this, obviously unless Teferi is out on the battlefield, or any black removals, but that's basically it. Unsummon, a reprint, Raise Alarm, reprint. Whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield on your control target. So this is another mill card. Don't know why they're printing more mill in this set, but it's a fun mechanic to do. Soul Salvage has been reprinted. Not too bad. Chandra's Outrage reprint, obviously great in the Chandra themed set. Knights of the Ebon Legion. So this is really, really nice in a very aggressive vampire decks. It's a 1/2 for 1, amazing costs, and it can get buffed by +3/+3 and gain Death Touch. So that's incredible. The second clause, it gets bigger as if there's a certain amount of life that's been lost. Murder's been reprinted as a common, so that's going to be phenomenal in the black control limited decks as well. Cerulean Drake, I'm not sure how this is. It's a 1/1 flying protection from red, so obviously you can read that. But counter target spell that targets you, so it's just the worst Siren Storm Tamer. But for specifically protection from red, so you can block with this infinitely against red creatures, against mono red, so maybe it has a slot there. Thought Distortion is great, especially in limited environment if someone's holding the hands, lots of it, and then you can just take away their entire hand. This is maybe playable in standard if we need playing against decks that more control decks, but Teferi Planeswalker decks are not really trying to keep cards in their hand playing at instant speed. They're just playing Planeswalkers, answers after answers that you have to find answers for, or you'll lose the game. And we get a Rotting Regisaur, a very cheap 2 and black for a 7/6, 3 mana for a 7/6. The only downside is to discard your card at each upkeep, or your upkeep basically. It's not even that big of a downside either. If you want cards in the graveyard, say you're playing a zombie deck that plays the old Lilion at the 4-drop one, and then you can keep churning through your deck and play insane amounts of things. Lightning Storm can going to be great. Limited 2/2 flying haste. Not sure if we can make a wizard build, but it may be relevant in an elemental build. Woodland Champion, if you're playing the tokens theme, that's great. Bone Split has been reprinted. Obviously this is just for this format. The Spark Harvest is going to be strictly better mechanic of the Bone Splinters. 6/5 menace, yeah, another great one. Let's see our rare. Hey, we've got a Chandra Acolyte of Flame. So this is the new 3 mana Chandra Planeswalker, and it's phenomenal. Being able to create 2 1/1s and attack with them on that turn is fine. Being able to buff up all your red Planeswalkers, including this one. It may be 0, but you'll get a counter on it regardless. So they didn't want it to automatically go, on a 3-mana Planeswalker going up automatically to 6. So that would be very busted, very powerful. But this one has a Snapcaster for CMC3 or less tagged onto it. So this may be important for ending a game. So we've got ourselves, let's see, we've got Air Elementals reprints, we've got Maniacal Rage reprint. Now this here, Cloudkin Seer, is phenomenal in limited. I'm not sure if it's standard playable, but so normally Winddrake is a 2 and blue for a 2/2 flying creature with nothing else. However, this one is a 2/1, which is not really, the 1 toughness is not that bad when compared to, for the same cost, you also get to draw a card, which is normally you have to have another cantrip effect with it. Disenchant's been reprinted. Phenomenal card, a naturalized in white. We get a Cavalier of Dawn, basically. So this is a Beast Within on the white Elemental Knight here, with Vigilance for 4/6, which is hard to kill, and when it dies, return target artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. So, very niche kind of effect when it dies, but the entering the battlefield effect is really powerful. Could be standard playable if you really need to. Lord Pegasus, great in a Flyers deck. Can't attack or block alone. You don't really care, but once you're playing nothing but Flyers, that second line of text does not really matter at all. All these are reprints except for this Octoprophet, an octopus. It's alright. And our rare is Loxodon Life Chanter. So this could work into its way into a toughness matches build, like a Hartley build or the Arcades high alert deck. If you do enter get this onto the battlefield, that's going to be a crazy amount of life points. So you get minimum 6 life once this enters the battlefield. That's insane. And it's the same cost mana sink to buff it up again. Warden Evil's Isle, another reprint, making creatures significantly less expensive to cast. Postal Marasa, being printed, may have degeneracy in this format. Vanilla 5 drop 4/4 murder. Natural End. This is basically the green version of the white one, where it's destroy target artifact or enchantment and you'll gain 3 life from it. Okay, so Embercat here. So this is alright. A 2/2 for 2 bear with upside. Being able to add red to cast Chandra or elemental spells is fine. Unholy Indenture. Now, do not sort of read the card carefully. It says enchant creature, not enchant creature you control. So limited, you can enchant an opponent's creature. When it dies, you get the king. You get it under your control with an additional counter. So be wary of that as well. Or you can just put it on your creature, let it die. Okay, we get Thunderkin Awakener. Sorry, it's a 1 in red, 1/2 elemental with haste. Whenever it attacks, you may return a 1 elemental creature with toughness equal to this creature or less. So 2 or less at this moment in time, or you buff it up, and then comes in tapped and attacking, and then sacrifice it at end of combat or end of turn. I don't remember. Chandra Novice Pyromancer. She looks a bit Asian in this. It's alright, not too bad. Angel getting full life. I don't really like the stats for this. 5 mana, 3/2 flying, but you may have to do it anyways because this Mammoth Spider is 5 mana, 3/5 reach. Could just kill it. And we'll get a Mystic Forge. So this is the artifact artifact Experimental Frenzy, except no downside of not being able to cast your hand. I can see this playing if you build a specific artifact theme. Risen Reef, great elemental creature here. This is so underrated maybe, but I think it's incredible. A 3-drop short, it's a 1/1 for 3, but we've got others Rejuvenator, we've got other things that do this kind of effect. But when this enters the battlefield, or another elemental, so this is a recursive thing that it's going to get out of control. Your opponent, or if we play this, we can draw so many cards by playing just strictly elementals, or we can just ramp out Oh, it's incredible, and it doesn't draw you the card; it just puts it into your hand. So this gets around Narset. Okay, so this is yet another elemental, greatly limited. Spells your opponent's cast at target. This creature, see, a 5-mana 3/4 is much better than my 5-mana 3/2, especially when this has its own form of protection. This one's fine. 5 mana, buff up something. You get full power for 5 mana. That's fine. We get Leyline of Abundance. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that. And Leyline of Abundance is a leyline. Obviously, if you start the game with this in hand, you can put it on the battlefield for free. But whenever you tap a creature for mana, you add an additional green for it. That's what it does. So turn 1 shenanigans can get out of control. Bokai Troll, incredible. It's a 2 mana 3/3. And you can remove a counter and give it hexproof, so it's resilient. This is not too bad. 2 for 1/2 fly it, and when it attacks, it creates 1/1 attacking with it. So I think this could be okay. It is a knight, so I'm not sure how well that falls. Okay, so ooh, we got 3 mana Chandra yet again. Okay, so Fencing Ace been reprinted down. And then Rapacious Dragon. This is really fun. 5 mana 3/3. That's at least minimum I want with the flying effect. And when it enters the battlefield, create 2 treasures. So it sort of ramps you up as well. Reprint here, reprint whatever. So this is fine. You get in with a whole bunch of small creatures. With a pirate theme, you need to play it and kill something that was blocked. Elvish Reclaimer. Not too bad. It's a 3/4 when there's 3 more. It's a 1 mana 3/4 basically if you build it in that theme in the deck. It's an elf which matters sometimes, and you can sacrifice a land to get any land on the battlefield tapped. Perfectly fine with me. Now, Blood for Bones. This here is one of the best cards that's been printed in Standard, as an uncommon nonetheless. As an additional cost to cast this. Sacrifice a creature, reanimate something, and then return another something to your hand. Now this does not target, so whatever you sacrifice, you can return it to your hand or back to the battlefield immediately. Note for that. Not so. Everything else is alright. And we got this. This is the Chandra to have. Cannot be countered, so you're guaranteed to slam this on turn 6. Guaranteed to get that emblem on them. Guaranteed to kill whatever you need to. Kill something with 6 power or 6 toughness. Or kill a planeswalker with 6 loyalty counters. It's like, Teferi up. Alright. Teferi up. Alright. Our turn. We slam Chandra, kill Teferi, exile it. They don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so we opened all our packs. So it seems we've opened lots of Chandra Planeswalkers. So let's try to build a Chandra deck here. So we're going to update this Azorius Flyers list once we get more flyers. However, let's do a... Oh, wait, actually, let's... Since we got a... Okay, alright. Going to look at this right here. War of the Spark Season 3 rank ends in 27 days. Which makes no sense, since it should be Core 2020 season. But whatever, we got 27 days of ranked. It is just a new reset. I suppose they reset this for season 3 because of Core 2020, because this just came out. And yesterday they were doing updates, so I couldn't play yesterday and record, which is really frustrating. Okay, so. We're in bronze. We're going to have to get that. I like Nissa's avatar, but there are plenty more avatars that we can get now. And look at this, we can get an Eternal Army token. But Nissa is perfectly fine with me right now.
Together we will prevail.
They need to fix this, like the button here. Okay, I see. It's just not doing that. Anyway, so what I was going to do is just take my Reckless Burn deck and just fix it from here. We've got most of the essential things here. So let's look at Chandra. So might as well do Chandra's Triumph. This gets so much better now. Now that there's so many challenges in standard. We got 4 challenges in standard. 5 technically if you count the planeswalker decks. Might as well do this. Challenger Fire Artisan, and we've got rare slots as well. Challenger the Awakened Inferno. I think I'll add craft all this. Turn that 1 uncommon wild card. So we want a Challenger themed deck here. A Challenger Spitfire. Let's try to figure this out. Maybe we need Ember Cats. We want Elementals as well. Runaway Steamkin is an Elemental, so that's perfect. Thunderkin Awakener. Let's go ahead and do that. They can. That's interesting. It says sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, perfect. Challenger Spitfire, Catalyst Elemental. Phoenix is fine. Let's try one Lovikin Brawler here. So do we want to splash another colour? That's the question here. I think maybe since we don't have as many cards in one colour, we may want to push it a bit. So let's go into... Obviously we'll get rid of all these black cards. Let's do green instead. We could just do this. All the elementals in the world. This was printed in Ixalan. Oh jeez. It's got the same printing multiple times. And look at this. They have slightly different blue shades. So that's interesting. Why don't they just use the same art format? Someone uploaded something different. This is an elemental as well. Amplifier's terrible elemental. Let's see. This is also an elemental, actually. Wow. Not sure if that's going to be relevant. Ooh, a plant elemental. Let's try Bloomhulk. I haven't seen Bloomhulk in standard, but maybe it's got something, some kind of. Let's play Nissa's. Oh yes. Verdant Force. Don't really care about that. Elemental Twister, Living Twister, Risen Reef, Muldrotha is an elemental avatar. Not really digging it right now. Raptor's Chandra can also be used in a sort of red control shell. What I'm excited is Chandra's Igniter. It's a 2-mana artifact that you can activate, copy activated abilities. It's going to be really nice. Let's just start with this. Craft all of this. I'm going to use a rare card on the last Steamkin. Craft all. Yes, please. Okay. I think Steamkin would be great. Thunderkin Awakener. That's fine. So let's we're going to definitely use some of our things here. So we already base red. Let's see, Scorch Bitter. This is an elemental lizard, and I think this is going to be fantastic. So let's try this out. It's only a common. Lightning Mare is also good, but it's going to be rotating. Mask of Immolation. This is not too bad. We're going to play things on turn 2 anyway, so we want to get a lot of turn 2 things out. This is also an elemental. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, we can't. Activate this only as a sorcery. That's unfortunate. What other elementals can we think of? You get an elemental bird from this. Whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield with... Okay, until end of turn. Wave crashers, alright. The lynx here is actually not quite bad, the frosted lynx. Let's see the green ones. So overgrowth elemental I mentioned earlier. Maybe you want some of that. This is an elemental. Oh, I got an idea. Gold. Omnath. Do I want to spend a mythic rare slot on Omnath right now? Maybe not. But let's look at this. Creeping Trailblazer. I think this is fine. Lightning Stormkin, I'm not sure. I'll put one in just because here. Not really many other things that I'm interested in. But this isn't going to be good. Maybe we do Overgrowth Elemental. I'm going to be burning all my uncommons in this. Let's craft all of this. Let's go ahead and get the Thunderkin Awakener. I think this is worth that last rare slot. Oh, I guess we've already used it up. What do we use it on? So I think Sarkin is perfectly fine in this. These are our top ends. Frenzy, not really needed. One uncommon left. Let's do Chandra's Triumph. Yeah, Regulator here. This is what we will want. Last uncommon one. Lightning Strike. Oh wait, we need lands. And we can cut some Nisses as well. We don't need Nisses since we're not really... Actually, yeah, we'll cut all the Nisses. Elemental. Heal of the Glade may be interesting. Wait. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Okay. Sylvan Awakening. All your lands become elementals. Wait, Chandra. Oh, not Chandra, Nissa. These are elemental creatures as well. That's actually perfect. Let's just throw in one Nissa here. And let's play Fair Magic now. Or let's play Mountain. Literally the only blue we're splashing for is this. So I'm going to load up with this. Well, we can do base red and splash blue, so that's fine, that's perfectly fine. Let's do Stomping Ground. We've only got one Stomping Ground, so we need to go ahead and find that. Breeding Pool. Got one breeding pool anyways. Winterland Harbour. So we got 16 lands right now. So we'll want forest. Just lands please. One basic forest, one basic island, and 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains. I think that's good. 22. We'll eventually get to 6 at some point, so this is fine. So now we've got to cut things, so I think Living Twisted is not going to be very great. Perhaps as a sideboard card, maybe. We can get rid of all of these cards right here. Lightning Strike. Let's just throw Lightning Strike in here. Stormkin. So let's move Lava Coil since we have a Chandra's Triumph for this. Ember Cat. We've got 1, 2. We've got 10. We've got plenty of 2 drops, so maybe this is not necessary. Let's just go the full 4 Overgrown Elementals, since we spent our Overgrowth. That's fine. Let's get rid of these Ember Cats. Let's get rid of that. Some of this. We've got insane things here. This is fine, I think. Let's trim some shocks. Let's trim. Yeah, I think I think this is powerful. I think this is fine. And so Ember Cat seems to be the only thing that we not really care about. Sarkin is not really synergistic, but there are tons of different planeswalkers, so I'm feeling comfortable leaving just 1 in. And 1 less shock here. So the curve, I think, is fine. We're playing 22 lands, and we'll go from here. So I haven't got a clue. Yeah, Team of Chandra. Let's do this. Let's try this out. So in the next video, we're going to show the gameplay, and I'll cut off the deck building and the prequel to it right here. So we'll see you in the next episode. Ciao for now.